This is the S23. In today's day in the life review, we're going to be testing the battery, the camera, the overall performance to see how it is. I also have the S23 Plus here, and I feel like both of these phones are super interesting because they're definitely an iterative update over past years, but the competition is kind of heating up with the Pixel 7 being less expensive, and yet Samsung is still in a really good spot, I think, market-wise, because their other ultra premium phone is $1,000 plus, so this phone starting at $799 potentially has a great opportunity to be a good value proposition. We're gonna see in this video at a brunch spot right now. Full transparency, this is my second time recording this clip because this camera is so close. You have to like really hold it far away to get any type of wide shot. For comparison, this is selfie video on the iPhone 14 Pro Max. It is a little bit wider. It is 4:23 p.m. and the S23 is at 96%. It's staying brighter later now, which is things you love to see. These phones, one of their biggest selling points is gaming performance because they have the new Snapdragon Gen 8 II chip. That enables not only really good gaming performance, but then also really good overall performance and hopefully battery efficiency. The batteries are a little bit bigger than in the past, but I feel like most of it is coming from the optimization. And the phone is at 91% right now, and it is 521. As we were filming the next clip for this video, this random guy just approached us that was at the same brunch spot that we were with his little daughter. And they were asking what we were filming, which is one of the perks of filming in public. You get to have all these interesting conversations. Perk if you want it, not a perk if you don't, but it was fun. Central Park, baby. Are we filming? If we weren't, that would be bad. If I had to do that again and it was not off the cuff, I would be just not having it. The dynamic range is less good on this phone than the S23 Ultra. I think the S23 Ultra is getting helped by the fact that the sensor is so much bigger. This phone, I feel like, is overexposing stuff a little bit when I take the shot and then the post-processing fixes it. But in the moment on the viewfinder, if you look at the viewfinder, I think sometimes it looks a little bit overexposed in certain areas. Definitely still a shutter lag. I just took that photo. This is on 50 megapixel mode and it's completely blurry. I wonder if it's gonna be like that on not 50 megapixel. Let's see. I need someone else to pass by this runner. He's also a little bit blurry. Shutter lag is still definitely a thing. I wonder if that's a hardware issue or a software issue. If it's software, it'd be great because then they could fix it, but if it's hardware, then that would be a real challenge. The mission while we're here is to try to get a cool printable photo. I have a blank wall in my room that needs a picture, so I'm gonna try to see if I can get something good enough on the smartphone, something visually interesting that also will look really good, printed, big. Obviously the S23 Ultra would be perfect for that because of the 200 megapixels. The S23 has 50 megapixels, so we still might be able to create some magic. All right, this tree is kind of cool. Do you know the show Gossip Girl?
I don't.
Okay, wow, that's wild. They definitely had some scenes with this bridge in the background. All right, that may be the coolest shot that we've gotten so far, which is not saying much. Central Park living up to the hype. Wow. Editor Jacklyn's gonna know if we got anything good. If we didn't, this is becoming the overall mission of the Day in Life review series. I want to take a photo on one of these phones that is good enough to be printed next to my bedroom. But I really need coffee, so badly. So let's ask Google. Okay, Google, coffee shops near me. So if you know me, you know that my least favorite type of coffee is nitro cold brew. It's the worst of all things. And it looks like they only have nitro cold brew. So I will be getting a hot drink because this place is too cute not to get. This literally looks like a dream in here. Imagine Hallmark movie personified in real life. Oh, hi. Oh my God, so cutie. This market is what dreams are made of. Thank you so much. Have an awesome day. Yeah, you too, thank you. Solid 7 out of 10. 6:04 p.m., the phone is at 82%. In terms of the camera, I definitely actually notice a really significant difference between this and the S23 Ultra. Every shot on this is good, but it feels worse dynamic range, worse sharpness. Sometimes also the processing really helps. Even if it's not great, then later in processing it is. But with a 3x telephoto, that's honestly, I think the main thing that you lose out on is the zoom. S23 Ultra, you have 10x optical zoom, and it actually is genuinely incredible. This phone, you don't have that. And I think 3x is a little bit short if you want to zoom in. You can zoom in obviously past that digitally, but you definitely notice a quality difference. In terms of battery life, I think battery life on this phone is actually really good over last year's S22 and even the S23 Ultra. I think because it's less power intensive, it's taking longer to go down in percentage, even though it's fewer million powers. Okay, it is 1:57 a.m. I'm gonna do the final battery check-in in a second. I went out to dinner with some friends and had so much fun, and then I came back here and I've been editing for a while. And I just saw that Neil Mohan, who is the CPO of YouTube and just announced to be the future CEO, just tweeted the absolute craziest thing. This week was NBT's 8-year channel anniversary, which is wild. I can't believe that I started this channel at 13 years old and we're literally building something magical together. Like a congratulations post about that, which is genuinely so surreal that he even knows about the channel, and it's truly all because of you and your support. Like I just believe so much. I have so much conviction in what we're building here, and I feel like we are so blessed to be able to connect about tech, and it's just such a surreal feeling that I get to talk about all these new products with you and hang out with you. And this one was a really exciting one. I think that this is an awesome value phone for so many people. The battery life right now is at 73%. This has definitely ended up being a more moderate day. It started out like a lot of photo and video use, but then because I was not on my phone a lot tonight, I would say this is a more moderate use day versus like my normal Jacklyn heavy use. And I think for most people, this is a really great phone, knowing that it is in stock Android. It's a Samsung software phone, so you're either going to really like that or you really won't. The main selling point of this phone is the display and the chipset, because the camera is really good, but it's not as good as some other competitors in the market, especially the more expensive S23 Ultra. But even the Pixel, I would say for like a general standard shot, I do prefer. Obviously you get the nice advantage of the telephoto on the S23 though. And so I think if you're coming from like an S21 or an S20, this will be a really nice update, and I'm pretty stoked on it. If you want to check out the S23 Ultra day in life review, you can click right here. I will catch you in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching this one. I'm gonna go to bed right now because it is now 2 in the morning. I appreciate you so much.